Hey everybody, welcome back to Majestic Collectibles. So this is the third video of the vintage vehicle collection I picked up, and this is all going to be Matchbox. So none of the big ones on this one, like in the last video, well, last two really, but especially the last one. So we're going to focus on this today, and then I've still got more, so we're going to still have I think 2 more videos after this, so check those out. So the first thing I want to do, you know, most kids were either Matchbox or Hot Wheels. I liked both. This is one of my favorite sets. I don't recall having the set like this with the holder as a kid, but I love their military stuff and their airplanes, and you know, this is really amazing to me. So you saw the condition of the other toys, the Tonkas and the Structo and the Nylant and stuff, and they were definitely played with. I don't think these things were ever played with. These are absolutely pristine. And let's see, I'm thinking, I can't see the year on it. So they're not super old. I think that says 1980. I don't know, maybe you guys can see it. I'm wondering if they're repops, because these are just, I don't know, these are just too stinking nice. So I'm thinking somebody may have relived their childhood and bought some new stuff. Well, that says 78 on it, so maybe not. I don't know. I'm not really up to date on the Matchbox stuff. But good heavens, these, oh, that one's just like brand new on them. Let's see if that one's dated. See, that says 70, I think it says 73 on it. So if those are original, and they could be, they very well could be. Handles, there we go, handles messing that cubby up a little bit. If these are originals and not repops from the 90s, wow, they are absolutely magnificent condition on that, and the actually the case is really nice shape too. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to do some more research. If anybody knows out there how to tell the difference, for sure let me know. These, I think, the rest of these are probably all original. I had this case, I had a couple of them. They're smaller cases, 1971. This definitely is not a repop, because I know what they look like. I had one, had 2 on that. Again, so this is a little bit older piece here, and let's see if that's dated. It doesn't have a date. Sight Hut truck, but the condition, boy, I don't even know where to start. So I had this. This is a Firebird. Shoot, I can't get it out. This thing it's a little too fat for that container. There we go. This was the old Firebird, immaculate 1975 Pontiac Firebird. Man, I tell you what, the condition on these is absolutely astounding. Let's see, I can't remember which one this one is. Another good looking piece. That the Mustang, looks like the Mustang on it. Yep, and it is a Mustang, number 44, 1972. The paint is just wow. I mean, just wow. This one got a little played with. It looks like it's a Ford pickup. Let's see, 1968. I think it's an 8 on that one. Couldn't quite read it. But look at this. So the race cars, I had a lot of these. I had the Hovercraft. I had this one as a kid. The color, the decals, 1971 Blue Shark. Absolutely phenomenal. And a lot of these, and I mean a lot of them, are absolutely like that. I had this Wrecker, had a few of these, because I'd have demolition derbies in winter when I couldn't go in the sandbox. So in my room, growing up, go to your room and play, kid, right? So I'd have demolition derbies. So I had a few of those, because they always had to go haul them off. Had the police car. Oops, I don't know if I can get it out. No, that one's stuck. Here's one that's pretty well trashed. And it looks like another Ford, maybe a LTD. This is usually, if I get them at all, this is the condition they're in. You know, they're really rough, heavily played with. That's the rarity. That is the exception. Oh, there I got it. Oh, it's a Mercedes. Mercedes convertible, must be 70s again. 1973 Mercedes 350 SL. But the paint. So again, I've got to do some double checking and make sure these aren't a repop. That's how nice they are. And maybe they are. I don't know. But they sure seem to be built the way they were when I was a kid. So we're going to go to this one. I never had one of these mega carrying cases. It is heavy. This thing weighs a ton. It's dated 1968. Oops, I got it. There we go. So I don't know if you can see this. So there's one panel, and there's two. I'm going to lower the camera just because this is wild. So this is it. This is like the 64 box of Crayola crayons, like when you went to school as a kid, right? I mean, this is the real deal. Now these are not super minty. Not necessarily that they're bad. They are a pain to get out though. On them. So the trays, I don't know. I can see why they weren't popular. Plus they're heavy. But even then, you know, that's the Magnum PI Ferrari 308 on there from the TV show, or that style, not the actual TV show one. Here's the Corvette, and let's see if that one's dated. Made in Hong Kong Corvette. Oh, it's a Yap Ming, so it's not even a Matchbox. So I don't know. You know, it's one of those. If some of these are original, that looks like a Capri. Is that a Ford Capri? On there, yep, it is 1970. That one's probably original, as rough as it is. So they're kind of all over the board on this one a little bit. Gosh, I just don't know. I'm going to have to do a lot of research. It's going to take a lot of time, so I don't know how soon I'll get to it. But like I said, I had a lot of these as a kid. I had the aircraft carrier. There's another wrecker. Good man, whoever had it. This is, what is that? Matchbox Spider, 1972 on that one. Gosh, oops, is that a Hot Wheel? That almost looks like a, no, it's not. Let's see, Ford Group 6, 1969. Definitely not a repop on that one. And that's the problem with so many 90s stuff. Oh, that's actual Hot Wheels, isn't it? Yeah, it is. And this one is not old. I can tell you that right now. That is definitely not the original. So that makes me even more suspicious on some of these Matchbox if they're repops or not. But that 90s stuff, they repopped so much of this. Now this is pretty beat up. Pretty sure these aren't repops. I got some dump trucks, which kind of goes with the theme of the whole collection. Lots of trucks. There's is that the Cadillac ambulance? I think that's the like the Ghostbusters kind of thing. Let's see if it's going to give me. It says Cadillac, but it's not giving me a year on that one. So I don't know. There's some of these that are definitely older though, and not repops. So it could be just a mix of stuff, which in a lot of ways is even more annoying. This is definitely played with. Pretty sure we don't have a whole lot of repop here. What was left of that? Was that a Mustang? I think that Hot Wheels Custom Mustang 1967. So there's a Hot Wheels, or what's left of it. That is a rough car. Oh, tracks are gone. It was a what do they call them? Snowcat. I think that's what it was. Something like that. Snow track on that one. Stuff like this. The little Triumph motorcycle with the sidecar. It might be a Beezer actually. Let me flip it over and see if it's a BSA or if it's a, nope, Triumph. I thought that's what it was on there. So, gosh, guys, I don't know. This is the old style with the wheels, kind of the disc skinny wheels on that. What does it say? Corgi Juniors, made in St. Britain, huh? On that, I don't know. I don't know. This really cool. I do know that, and I don't know why you would mix the repops with the originals, especially in the original cases. Let me see here. That one tray is empty. Here's the last partially full tray on it. And again, look at this, just immaculate. Matchbox, I can't see. 1975. I don't know. I really have to suspect that that's a repop on that one too. But we're going to go over it. Somebody more knowledgeable than me about these things, which, you know, that's a bit of a low hurdle on this stuff. This is not the stuff I usually deal with, but somebody will hopefully know. So here's another giant super fat, man, it's heavy, deluxe collector's case. Holds 72 Matchbox models, 1970, and again, the case I think is absolutely authentic. I don't think there's any doubt on the case. This was the one that I thought was the most interesting, just because I think, pretty sure these are original, and these are old. Not all of them, but well, maybe they are. But these are like the old Land Rovers. Let's see if that one's dated. Whoops, I turn it right side. Made in England, Matchbox. Can't quite, Land Rover. It's a Land Rover on that one. Which makes sense. If they're based in England, there's going to be a lot of UK cars. I wish there was more sports cars. I've always been a British sports car fan, MGA, stuff like that. But I don't think there's a one in here, to be honest with you. These, I think, this is interesting here. So the old ones, they had these. There's a two-piece, and the wheels would come off. This is Unimog. Oh, it's a Unimog. Okay, from Europe. Little truck, Mercedes, isn't it? Yeah, looks like it's a Mercedes on there. That could very well be original. I don't think that's a repop. Was that another? Oh, Mercury Cougar. Rat Patrol. Is that what that says? Rat Pool. 1970 Mercury Cougar. Again, probably original, I'm guessing. Here's another camper van. Is that the V-dub? So I don't know what was remade and what wasn't. That's kind of the trouble with this, is, you know, they repop so much stuff, but not everything. So I don't know. Let me get this back in. This would have, and those pieces would have all been quite a bit older than me, actually. So they would not have been the stuff that I would have had as a kid. I would have been a little too young for that. Let me get the flap open. I'm trying to. It's in really good shape, but you can tear this vinyl stuff. Boy, it just, when it decides to go, it goes. This is a pretty common one. I think they made that. Of course, they made most of these for a number of years. Oh, there's a little Mustang. Oh, I don't know. Oh, it steers. I got it. Never had one of those. Let's see. Made in England. It's not going to tell me anything. It says patent pending, so probably original, or probably have a patent number. These I did have. I watched Emergency, the TV show, as a kid. It's a Tootsie toy or midget toy. Yeah, on that one. This, I don't know, man. Gosh, that's a clean piece. 77. Oop, is that a? Oh, it is. There's a Redline Hot Wheel. Gosh, that's not a repop. It's a little cruddy, but that's a nice little Deuce Coupe, I believe, on that one. So that's a neat little piece. Let's see what we got here. Looks like we got some more. Oh, yeah, got the trunk. Oh, there we go. Didn't break it. Oh, that was nice. That was lucky. Matchbox Lincoln Continental. That's not a repop. What is that, a Datsun? What is that? Cool car. What is that? Iso Griffo. Oh, Italian. Okay. Alright. These are always popular. Herbie, 1968 on that one. Had this Formula car as a kid. This is another Hot Wheel Redline. I think it's probably towards the end, isn't it? 1975 Formula 5000. But I think that's not a repop, I don't believe. Was that another ISO or a Facel? Oh, it's a Ferrari Berlinetta. All right. So we got those, and then I've got 2 trays left here. And then you can, if you haven't turned the video off by, if you're not bored with this is it a repop or isn't it episode. I've got 2 trays left. And we'll just see. I think these again, just with their wear and stuff, I don't think there's any repop stuff here. Looks like, is that a British Ford? Looks like an English Ford tractor. That was kind of their yellow and blue paint scheme on that. Let's see what else pull out here. Citroen. Yep, it sure is. I don't know. Looks like that's original. Got some, oops, ooh, that was a good catch. I got some Greyhound buses. Actually, these, I don't know why, but the bus stuff, the old style in particular, very collectible. That's a Corgi too. Pretty sure those are authentic and original. Another dump truck on that. And we'll go, whoops. Oh, cab comes forward on that. It's a cab off design. There we go. And the last tray here, let's just take a look, see if we got anything interesting on this. Again, it looks all pretty much played with. Ooh, somebody's Mercedes took a low shot there. Camper, yeah, pull behind camper. Here's a steamroller. I don't know why. I always thought those were funky. I never saw those as a kid growing up. So that's a Corgi piece there. So I don't know why. I mean, I just thought they were neat. Here's how I usually get like the military vehicles, if I get them at all. Austin Hampton. It's a dinky, but you can definitely see it's got playware, although it does have the driver and the steering wheel and the windshield. Let's see, what's this? Oh, that looks like almost a cigar car. What is that? Is that a... Oh, yep, it is. It's a Lindbergh. It was a model kit. So that's a little Jeepster model kit. Here's a little dune buggy, really popular, late 60s, early 70s. Is that another Lindbergh kit? Yep, it sure is. So just some fun stuff, right? Just some really cool stuff. I'll have to do have a lot of sorting to do, and it's not going to happen anytime soon. I've got too much going on right now. Speaking of going on, come and see me at QuadCon this weekend. Let's see, October 24th, 5th, or 25th, 6th. I can't remember. It's on my website. It's in the Merle Hay Mall. It's a free show in Des Moines, so 2 days I'll be setting up. Stop by and say hi. Thanks for watching.